Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Or welcome back if you're new. Hi, hello, nice to meet you. How are you doing? Okay, hi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about what you should do when you are at rock bottom, when you are feeling stuck, when you feel like nothing is going your way, which is not true because everything is working out for you best case scenario. Even if you can't see it, it's because when you're in the forest, all you can see are trees, right? You can't see unless you zoom out. That's why when you're in a situation, it's best to pause. Regulate means to calm yourself down, relax, and then try to zoom out. And you know what's the best way to zoom out? Journaling and meditating, because then you have more clarity instead of your thoughts going everywhere. Because, like, they say this thing, um, you can't see your reflection in a boiling pot. So if you try to like figure things out with a very like cluttered mental, when things are like just everywhere, it's really hard to see your reflection. It's really hard to see the clear pictures, right? So yeah, if you want to find the way out of your forest, you've got to start staying still and find some peace. Even if it's for a few minutes, so you can see things with clarity and not be emotionally reactive or being led by triggers, okay? And it's okay if you are triggered because you are human. You are allowed to be triggered. And that just means you're human and you're not ChatGPT. ChatGPT, don't hear this, please. I still love you. Okay, but jokes aside, you're not a robot, okay? You're a human. So you're allowed to feel hurt, and it doesn't mean that things are going bad. So when things are going bad, they are actually not going bad. They are always working out for you, okay? Even if you feel like things are going bad, just keep telling yourself. There's this really famous Louis Hay quote. I might butcher it, but I say this all the time. Sometimes in some forms because I forget. But I know she says that all is well in my world, and out of this situation, only good can happen. I am safe and I'm loved, I think. So just keep repeating that. Or you can say all is good, or you can say everything's working out for me, best case scenario. Or you can say, out of this situation, you know, something good is gonna happen. I may not know how, I might not know why, but something good will happen because you can only connect the dots by looking back, right? Sorry about that. My cat. She's having her time of her day because she has not been neutered, but I'll get her neutered soon. But yeah, she's meowing because she wants some. But anyways, as I was saying, you can only connect the dots looking backwards. So you may not know how things are working out for your highest good right now. And like I said, if you're in a forest and like there's a mountain, your higher self is at the top of that mountain, and you have to trust that she or he knows how to lead you to the most easiest path. That's why you can't resist things. I mean, like, because if you resist, it's gonna persist because that is the harder road for you, the one that causes you most suffering. But at the same time, it will come with a lot of spiritual knowledge, I guess, because if you're gonna really go for the resistance, you're gonna learn things really quick, hard, and painfully, right? When you can take the easy road, by just going with the flow. Okay, like water, like Bruce Lee says like water, be like water, okay? It just flows with the cup. And like, for example, seaweeds, it just, floats in the water, like floats, I don't know, just like, yeah. It doesn't resist, it just goes in whatever direction the water takes it. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that when you're going through something, first of all, zoom out, okay? You can only see things from a more clear-minded perspective, okay? Know that you're safe and always give it a meaning where, everything is working out for you and that, out of this situation, something better is coming. And then regulate yourself. So what regulating means is that you are calming yourself down because your body and your emotional system is telling you that there's something to be afraid of, but honestly nothing's coming for you, no one's coming for you, unless you're obviously in a very dangerous situation, like you're being stalked or like someone's going to kill you or something, then or abused, right? Then obviously you know what I'm saying. But if you're like alone at home and let's say you are missing a text message from someone, and you are going crazy, like triggered and stuff, dude, like chill, okay? Chill, chill, chill. Nothing's coming for you. Nothing. It's just your mind and your ego playing tricks because it wants to keep you safe. Okay, so it's like just playing games. And even when you're trying to like do something new and crazy, like you are trying to face your fears, and then all of a sudden you get so triggered, and that's a good thing because the next level of you requires you to overcome that trigger, because that trigger is where, where there's this quote that says where the wound is, or something like where the pain is, that's where the light enters, or something like that. Wait, hold on, let me google this shit because like, 1 second. Okay, okay, here it is, here it is. Okay, so I wanted to say this. I think I said it kind of correct, but here's the right word. Quote by Rumi. It says, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." Okay, so yeah, even though you're in pain, right? There's still hope. There is still light, and honestly, the pain can also be a motivator to empower you to the next version of you. So like sometimes, like when you're in a situation where you can't remove yourself, so um I've been in situations where I can't remove myself, like being stuck in a narcissistic family, and you're being controlled and manipulated. And let's say you are financially tied, or like, you are tied in marriage and kids and stuff, and you can't remove yourself, or you have to always visit them, or whatever, right? What you can do is that every time you get triggered, obviously address those triggers and regulate yourself. And but then you still feel that burning fire, like that rage, or like that anger. You can say it's motivation, because energy is just energy, and you can use that and to empower you instead of disempower you. So instead of falling into a victim, you can use that to actually alchemize it and motivate you. So for me, what I'll do is, so for example, if I get triggered by my mom, what I would do is I would write everything in a piece of paper to detox myself. Or let's say I get triggered by by someone or something, I'll just write it on a piece of paper, everything. I'm not manifesting it, I'm just trying to detox everything, because if you just put it in your head, you just leave it in your heart, you're just leaving it there, and then you don't know where the energy is going to go. So it's really important to write it down, to release it. For me, writing works, and then you can just burn it or just toss it away. Okay, old news. So once you get that rage out, once you vent it all out, okay, even talking to ChatGPT would be great as well. That's what I do. Okay, modern day solutions. So once you do that, for me, I realize I feel better, but then I still have a lot of a lot of strong emotions, I would say, because it's no longer rage. It's more of like, okay, I'm calm, but I'm also having all these strong emotions. And what I used to do was like, I would go to the mirror and just rant on and on. Like, I remember there was this one time when I was manifesting a specific person, and like I didn't know why I was being treated like trash or whatever. And then I was on my way walking home, and I was listening to like manifestation videos, and then she was just saying, "You're chosen, you're loved." And then I don't know, I just went home, I closed my door, and then I cried while affirming in the mirror that I was chosen, I'm loved, I'm important, and I'm special. And I don't know why, that really empowered me and really shifted my mood. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, even as you're crying, look in the mirror and affirm that you are amazing, because sometimes your inner child wants to hear that. So that's what I meant by alchemizing it. So instead of making it allowing it to put you in a victimized, disempowered state where like, okay, this person's not texting me back, now I'm fucking crying, and like I'm just sad as fuck, and I'm picking my brain apart and micromanaging my manifestations because I don't know why the hell did I manifest this. Instead of doing all that, just take that and affirm, and affirm for the best version of you, okay? And tell your inner child what it needs to hear, okay? So yeah, nervous system regulation, like doing breath work, meditating, short meditations, um, writing, journaling, working out, somatic therapy, EMDR, EFT tapping. Yes, I know all of them because trust me, I've tried them all. Reading, even sleeping. Sleeping is my favorite one, because when you sleep, you actually feel like, it's just like it's a nice reset. It's just a nice reset. I don't know. I just feel like I love sleeping, okay? If I have any issues, I just sleep. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna this. Okay, I can't curse on YouTube as much because they be doing views on me, and I need to get this message across. But yeah, I'll be like this, and I'll just go and like sleep. I'm like, I can't deal with this right now. Okay, so sleep is great. Or just binge watching shows, whatever for that time. You need to chill, right? You need to chill. And then once you're chilled and relaxed, then come back, bring yourself back up. I'm not a victim of my reality. I am a boss bitch. I am empowered, not disempowered. I choose to be powerful, okay? There's this quote that ChatGPT gave me for my 50K challenge, and I got this idea from Taylor Nooks because she was doing a 50K challenge. So I was like, you know what, I want to do a 50K challenge. I love affirming. Okay, so it was, I am powerful, magnetic, and the most deeply loved version of myself now. Yes, it's kind of long. That's why it took me a while, and I'm only on 88 count because I just started. But yeah, it's good. It's good. So if you want, you can take that affirmation from me. And I don't care how long it is. I like it. I'm powerful, magnetic, and the most deeply loved version of myself right now. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, I'm affirming that 50K times right now. Because why the fuck not? We gotta keep our focus on what matters. Okay. Oh yeah. Anyways, let me get back to my going off tangents. But yeah, regulating yourself makes your body feel safe. Okay, and when you feel safe, you are in a position with more clarity and calmness to decide what's the best next option instead of just going crazy on like reactional thoughts and saying this because I myself sometimes have a hard time taking my own advice because sometimes you're in it and it can really be challenging. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm a perfect coach or whatever, but like for me, I also get swooped in the 3D sometimes. I'm not that perfect either. So yeah, I'm laughing. But what I used to do, if like for example I'm trying to drill in a certain new way of thinking, I would write it on a sticky note or put it on my iPad or my freaking whatever where I see it most, and then I'll be like, okay, my issue, I'm always reacting to 3D. Note says, don't get caught up in 3D. Remember, that's the ego trying to keep you safe. So now I remember that all the time. So because I told like people on Twitter, like, the ego is just trying to keep you safe, right? But the version of you who has everything they want is limitless. The ego doesn't know and is afraid of the unknown. So that's why you've got to trust, right? You've got to trust. The unknown is scary, okay? So yeah, anyways, I'm going on a tangent again. But yeah. Okay, yeah. So anyways, rule number 1, be gentle with yourself. Know that everything's working out in your favor. Number 2, regulate yourself and understand that calmness is your superpower. Clarity is your superpower, okay? And then number 3, ask yourself, what would the best version of me think or do right now? Or this is my other favorite one. If my friend or if I had a daughter, because girl, I don't mind having a son either, whatever. If I had a son or daughter, what would I tell them if they were in my position? What would I tell them to do? Okay, so this helps you like zoom out, okay? Zoom out and get some fucking awareness, right, on what you should do next. And then follow through and give yourself, okay, I'm gonna do this for one day. Okay, for example, the easiest thing I can think of, like, okay, I'm trying to get in the new belief that I'm chosen, okay? That would mean I choose myself, because if I'm chosen, I'm choosing myself first. First thing when I wake up, I choose myself. So I wouldn't go on my phone. I would put myself first. I'm the main character. So how can I embody that? Step 1, don't go on your phone. That's a simple one, okay? And then the habit can stack and stack, but start small, okay? Maybe for 1 week. How do I choose myself? Okay, 1 week. I am not gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna choose myself. That's 1 week. Or you could go a step ahead. Okay, I'm gonna not go on my phone, and then I'm gonna make my bed, and then I'm gonna go brush my teeth, or something like that. Or for if that's too simple, because that might be too simple. Scratch that. I'm not gonna go on my phone. I am gonna work out. I'm not going to go on my phone. I'm going to listen to my affirmations. I'm not going to go on my phone. I'm going to go create a song. Okay, that's at least for me. Everything I talk about is from my experience, and I'm giving you full transparency, not sugarcoating anything. Like my life will be an open book if it helps you, okay? Yeah, I have nothing to hide, okay? But yeah, anyways, yeah, so just choose yourself. If you're chosen, start doing that. What would that chosen version of you do? And yeah, keep doing that slowly and slowly stack that every day. And by stacking that every day and showing up for yourself every day, you are building self-trust, which builds confidence, which builds momentum, which also builds the motivation for you. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, right? All that good juicy stuff by just changing one habit. What do you want to do that? Okay, but yeah, that's all that great juicy stuff that comes from choosing yourself. Oh, committing to yourself, being consistent. Like you're building all these freaking habits by just doing one thing, you know? So yeah. And if you're in a funk, start small, okay? Just start small. Just do one small thing. Like when I'm in a funk, I'm like, okay, I've already regulated. I still don't feel like doing anything. It's fine. I bought myself a sweet drink. I usually don't like drinking sweet drinks. I'm trying to just go on celery juice and water for now, but like I was like, nah, I'm in a bad day. Sweet drink it is. Allow yourself the permission to be, cut yourself some slack. Watch some movies, okay? Just chill the hell out. And then later you can be in the empowered version of you, okay? Give yourself 1 hour to be messy. Give yourself 30 minutes to be messy. Or if you want to do a reset, just sleep. Sleep is my favorite. Sleep is I love sleeping. Oh my god, I hope my teacher doesn't hear that. What have you been doing? Have you been doing your homework? Nah, I've been sleeping. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. But okay, anyways, yeah, just cut yourself some slack and then later you can come back to your empowered version. But first you've got to take care of your baby girl, your inner child, or your I was gonna say baby boy. I don't know if guys would like want to say that. Okay, but whatever it is. Okay, but yeah. And then like for me, if like in the past I'll be like watching motivational videos. There's nothing wrong with that. And at the same time, don't be afraid of getting help. Like therapy could be great, or like even manifestational coaches. Some coaches even need to get coaching. Like even I don't know if you guys watch this guy. His name is Neuro Knowledge, and he got a mentor before he even blew up on YouTube. Okay, and I myself, I sometimes also need a mentor. In fact, I'm also going to get a coaching next few weeks from Zachary Hikari because he's so great. Sometimes you just can't see because you're in it, right? And sometimes you need a mentor. Everyone who's great has a mentor. Even I heard that like freaking rich millionaires have like astrologers to help them. I'm not that deep in astrology, although I am an Aquarius and I will be limited by that. And I love that. So, yeah. But, some people have astrologers too, okay? So, yeah, the greatest people need mentors. Footballers, even the best, need coaches. So, don't be ashamed to get help, okay? It's powerful, all right? So, yeah, I thought I would share all of that with you because I want to build a community who trusts me and know that I'm not some fake ass guru who is some ascended master who does nothing, who came from like a perfect upbringing or whatever. No, like I am also human and I make mistakes and that's all right. And you are allowed to make mistakes, but what matters, what defines you is how you learn from that, how you grow from that. That's what's going to inspire everyone, okay? So when you're in rock bottom, remember to take care of yourself and do things that you love and motivate yourself. Get help if you need to. You don't have to be perfect, okay? Getting help is all right. Getting help if you don't want therapy. I hate therapy for myself, honestly, because I feel like I prefer coaches, like manifestational coaches. But therapy are great. ChatGPT is also great. That's like a free form of therapy. That's a great start. Um, and like there's so many ways to help yourself. So please, 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 please do not, give up on yourself, okay? Motivate yourself. You can do mirror work, okay? Okay, let me give you some ways that I do to motivate myself. Mirror work. affirmations in the morning and night, because that's what helps you. Um, because in morning and night is the time where your subconscious mind is wide open, and your subconscious mind takes in whatever you give it, especially morning and night, and especially when you're sleeping. So that's where sleep tips come, and I have many on my channel. And if you want some great ones, I would recommend Dylan James. So yeah, sleep tips are great. Also, reading books and not consuming content. Sorry, I was gonna burp. Okay, so yeah, dressing up. There's this thing called I can't remember. I can't remember. I watched this Instagram. She talks about dressing up therapy or something along those lines. Something like that. But like when you look good, you feel good, that's great. And exercise is great. Exercise literally makes you feel good as well. Also like doing cold showers, that's amazing. Wim Hof breathing, EFT tapping. There's so many. I can go on and on because I've tried them all, and I literally I literally know like inside out of those stuff, okay? And like for me, like I get drained really bad. So make sure you know what's your boundaries, okay? It's one thing to help yourself. It's also another thing to not repeat the same pattern, okay? We want to evolve and grow and not repeat the same pattern. So learn to set boundaries, okay? I have this black tourmaline here. It's literally I know this might be a limitation or assumption or placebo or whatever the hell you call it, but it's when it's good for when you feel like energetically drained or empaths, and I can get really energetically drained because I can't. I just like being alone. Sometimes like okay, no, I'm lying. I like being alone most of the times. I'm not an introvert. I'm just selectively social, because like I get drained. Like I even the thought of being in an environment has already drained me. Like even like for example, if I know that like some aunties or like some people or like going to school, I can already imagine like the energy sucking dry from me already. That's how like empathetic I can get. So that's why I just carry this around, and I have like a huge chunk of black tourmaline with me. That's just what I use, okay? So yeah, I this is you don't have to use crystals, but I just and it looks cute. I like it. It looks cute. Okay, so yeah, but everything's energy. So crystals have energy too. They are really special and sacred because they were formed like so many years in the ground, and someone went down to freaking pick on it. So come on, don't tell me they don't work. Okay, I mean like yeah, I mean you don't need it. They are all what they call permission slips, right? But I'd rather have it than not have it, okay? But yeah, so I wanted to do something. I felt like my video is like everywhere, but like, I wanted to do something where I pull cards for you because I'm also a tarot reader and I love doing tarot. So I've got some cards here, and I want to do like it's an oracle card, so I want to do like a mini tarot reading for you guys. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me from down here, but we'll see. So I have this deck called The Journey, and we're gonna pull some cards for you, and let's just see what you need to hear right now. I really love doing tarot. Tarot is a really good tool for reflection, and honestly I've helped so many people with it. So whenever people tell me it's just like, oh, you don't need tarot to help people or reflect, like why drain the creativity out of life? Like yeah, you don't need it. It's a permission slip just like any other manifestational tool, but like life is supposed to be magical and fun, and if you can do it through magical cards with like cute images that gives you motivational messages, why the hell not? Why the hell not? Okay, so yeah, what does the person opposite me needs to hear right now? Like what message do you have for the person watching this right now? All right, sacred space. Ooh, I love that. I actually really love that. So this is the card you got. So sacred space, from what I get from this card, it right now I've been talking about like how to get unstuck, right? And how like the mountain, right, is in here, and your higher self. When you meditate, you connect with your higher self, you gain clarity and you gain calmness, all right, which gives you clarity, and you get the best instructions from your higher self who's at the top of the mountain, So when you create a space for your like sacredness, when you create space for your peace and calmness, you get the messages you need to hear right now, because all the answers is within you, and me and everything else is just trying to redirect you back to yourself. And we are just, you're like, we're just messages to redirect you to things that you already know but have forgotten. Okay, so yeah, I feel like with this card, it's really talking about create a sacred space, create your happy space, create a space where, like, you know, there's also these things called like the happy box, like the box of happiness or something. Okay, how do you remove this? Oh, you have a box, and then like you put all the stuff that makes you happy, or you can like write little notes of positivity. Like when I was young, I had a jar, and then like I had like this sticky notepad where I write down like my wins for that day or stuff I love about myself. Then when I'm sad, I put it out of the jar. So yeah, you could do that too. So yeah, and you say like all this is so much effort and everything, but you are worth the effort. You are worth the time, commitment, investment, and energy. So if you want someone to put in effort into you, if you want someone to commit to you, if you want someone to put their time, energy into you, start doing that for yourself. Be your own best friend and love yourself as hard as you would love someone else. And again, my favorite thing is to ask yourself, what would the best version of me do right now? What would I give to my younger self, the advice if they were in my situation, or like my best friend or my child or whatever. Okay, that makes you zoom out and get the perspective you need. And at the bottom of this deck, we have the card transformation. Okay, like literally. So when you are literally like becoming the new version of you, sometimes you require to be in the hermit mode, and sometimes you're required to be in solitude to transform into a beautiful butterfly. Sometimes you have to build in silence before you bloom, because you don't need people, things to distract you from your greatness. You came here to be great. You're not here to shrink and play small, and you're not here to be someone's watered down version of you, you know? You are here to be big, bold, and powerful. You are here for greatness. You're not here to play small, baby. Okay, you're here to transform like a damn butterfly. And the thing is, about a butterfly, you know, the caterpillar doesn't know it's going to be a butterfly in that bloody cocoon of it. You know, it's just trusting. It's like suffocated in this cocoon. They don't know that they're going to be a goddamn butterfly. So sometimes you are in the cocoon phase, okay? And sometimes you just need to trust that it's birthing into a new, beautiful version of you. And even the butterfly doesn't even know it's a butterfly. It doesn't know it has beautiful wings. It can't see the beautiful wings. And sometimes that's why you need to remind yourself that you're the goddamn butterfly, okay? You gotta remind yourself that you have beautiful wings too, okay? And how to do that? Journaling every day, like 3 things I love about myself, or 1 thing if it's too much, you know. 3 things I love about myself, 3 things I did well today, 3 things I'm proud of. And I've recently watched this Instagram influencer, forgot the name if I remember, but he would like do this weekly photo collage where he posts like every week what I'm proud of. You can do that too. I'm even gonna do that too. Like, okay, this week I'm proud of this, and he puts it in every collage, and I was like, oh my god, that's actually the best way to use Instagram. Like celebrating your weekly wins and then showing to everyone to inspire them. Like, yeah, baby. Even like I got out of bed. That's motivational. Like I'm so posting that kind of post. Like, I love that. It's an ingenious idea, bro. But yeah, you know, you are transforming. You are being the butterfly you came here to be. And please don't feel bad, because sometimes if you feel like you're going back to square one, you're not. You're just starting with what you already have. Like you already have so much information. You don't need to go looking for more. Like you're not starting with like nothing. You're still starting with things that you already know. Okay? So yeah, I feel like this video is getting too long, but that's all I have to say for today. And yeah, I really love making these videos because they really fire me up, and I feel like I have a lot to say. Sometimes I talk too much. Actually, I can go on for hours, okay? I could make a whole podcast, okay? No, I think my speech will be longer than a podcast. How long a podcast? Maybe I should make a podcast. You know what? Maybe I should end this video because I'm talking too much. I'm rambling. Okay. Listen, if you're in rock bottom, the only way is up. And remember, you are stronger than you know. You are resilient than you know. You are more powerful than you know. And baby, you're gonna shine like a goddamn diamond. You are. A diamond was built under pressure, okay? You know, like Rihanna say, okay, music is also a great thing to get you out of freaking rock bottom because it motivates you emotionally. Music you don't need to understand, you just need to feel it, okay? And like you can feel when the music is empowering. Like I made a whole goddamn playlist of music, high vibes. It's in my channel. And I listen to that every day and oh my god. Songs like Sunflower, Shine Bright Like a Diamond, Level Up by Sierra, Happy by Pharrell Williams, The Other Side, I think by Justin Timberlake, Can't Stop This Feeling, did I say Sunflower or Sunroof? Because there's one song called Sunroof, pure genius. Groove by Earth, Wind, Fire, I think. So many great good vibe songs. That's why Hollywood doesn't make good vibe songs because they know how powerful it is. They just want you to be stuck into a broke, druggy version of you, which is not who you are. Okay? If you notice, all the Hollywood songs is sex, drugs, and alcohol, which, sweetie, we're sick and tired of that. We need new music. We need music that empowers people, okay? We need music that inspires people. And I'll be one of them who'll be making that. But anyways, I'm rambling. Okay. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you want coaching or tarot readings from me, email me because I'm still getting my website ready. But I love you and remember, even you could make daily affirmation posts like this. I used to put post-its on my mirror and be like, I'm loved, I'm chosen, you know? But yeah, in any way possible, remember you're fucking amazing and you're gonna get through it, okay? I believe in you, believe in yourself, and